Here you go. Yes.
Hi everyone, welcome. This is Deepakk Raisinghani's second call on the Mystic Lotus awesome masterclasses. He has been covering cord cutting and Akashic Records boosted, which is Akasa Adilekhyam. Yesterday, he did a very powerful process with us where we were able to read our own records. People got messages inside, and some of them felt really deep releases. And over 100 insights and comments were there on yesterday's call. Everybody, do check out that call after this call or whenever you get the time. The call replay is there on a Telegram group and on mysticlotusgold.com. Today, Deepak has lots in store. So, Deepak, without any further ado, please give us a quick recap
Yeah.
and tell us what we have in store today, and please take it away.
Sure. So, yes. Hi, everybody. Good evening to one and all. And basically, I would just like to share with you some part of the call yesterday. We got into what cord cutting is all about. What are cords? So, we went a bit in detail on cords, how cords can make or break you, make in the sense these positive chords, which are the love chords, and the ones which are the negative chords. So we went into that in detail, how it affects your relationship, your health, your career, and maybe you feel stuck in life, you progress, and but you don't feel that you're progressing. So all those things were discussed. We also discussed about how darkness is basically nothing but the absence of light. And the moment you change your focus, change your perspective, your life transforms and changes around you. Then we also spoke in detail about how Akashic Records, the cord cutting added value to the Akashic Records, and how this was the 7 processes which are there in the process in the master class package D, how those 7 are predominantly changing your perspectives and also changing your energies towards accepting, or rather, I would say, in the world of uncertainties, these are the possibilities which take us forward towards light. So that we discussed in detail. So all about those. And also we looked at case studies. There were many of them around health, like pollen, and then those gaining weight. Then I think it was something to do with arthritis also. Then we covered something on career, something in relationships where with husband we saw a lot of. So ultimately, their relationship wise, husband wise, even parent wise, sometimes issues. So all those things we looked in detail. And also we went into details where I discussed about certain cases where health wise and to most health-wise people immediately felt a relief after the Akasa reading. Then a 43-year-old lady was able to conceive after the reading, and so many more. So close to 100 children came into the world. 30 people were able to marry or save their marriages thanks to Akasha reading. So these were some of, and one person who was as an assistant manager went to become a GM in Skansk, which is in Sweden. So all those things have basically added value to people. So this is predominantly what we covered. Also, we went into doing, so you could do your own reading. Like we had the masters affixed you with the golden shaft, with the help of which you went to the records. You saw your own chords. You could feel the energies of the masters, and as these chords were cleared, you all could feel all the changes within your energies immediately. And I'm sure in a day or two, maybe today itself, if someone has gone through some changes in what they had asked for, feel free to share on the on the group as well as here if you felt any change. Like for example, I just got a message from one of my not students, but a person who had done an Akashic reading last Friday for her challenge in getting a job, and today she got a confirmation and where she'll get the job. So within a 3 days period, she's got the confirmation. So it's lightning speed. It's only that you have to embrace the opportunity. That's about it. So we have done this quiz about cord cutting. I will share with you uh, certain aspects on this quiz, which has been shared in the group. And I would request you all to please go through the quiz and attempt it. So that will give you a different kind of a perspective. I will share with you how that thing is basically affecting you or not affecting you, whichever way you look at it. So if you look at the first question of the quiz, the first question is all about asking for, so just give me a minute, sorry. Yeah, do you tend to gain weight even after workout or following diet? So this is due to the hoarding, which I spoke about yesterday. So if you have lived in famine, or if you have lived in a maybe a place where someone has not given you food, let's say you were a slave, let's say you were in a prison, or could be anything. And these are all relative things which happen in a unique situation. So in those cases, you tend to gain weight. And the second instance, which I had, how do you respond to orders from others? Which means either you were in a position of command, or maybe you were a slave and you had taken an oath not to take, or maybe you are affected by so much by orders that you got frustrated, and you had that moment of rebellious nature. Maybe you were a freedom fighter in the past, revolutionary in the past life. So all those factors will definitely show up with you in terms of rebelling or accepting. Accepting also actually is not a very, so if you accept orders from others is also a question mark. So that was the trick question if you ask me. So both the cases you tend to either you accept. If someone would have written that I am balanced, then that is a different question. But if you accept wholesomely, or you rebel, which means there is an imbalance somewhere. So that is something which comes from, again, an imbalance in the past. So do you have any unexplained illness after visiting a particular country or city? This I have seen is a lot of, although a lot of people don't realize. In fact, recently one lady went to Andaman and Nicobar. The moment she landed there, she was sick. So likewise, a lot of cases, many, I would say maybe close to 50 cases I have seen where just reaching a particular place gave some illness to that person. Do you have any major phobias and fears? This is predominantly coming from your past life. So like I had a lot of fear for water. I had a lot of fear for drowning. I used to wake up in the middle of the night just as if, there is water in my lungs, and I used to just try and shout. Some like my voice used to come. So that came because 4 of my lifetimes I was drowned in water, which is why I could not swim at all. So this is also one of the reasons. And here I would like to share that once we cut the cords, I had been to Thailand in 2019. I had been to the Coral Island, and there the challenge was to remain in the water, and you have that 5 minutes or 10 minutes you have to stand in the water, although you don't see anything great, but at least photography wise, you're shown standing in the water. But I stood the full time without getting scared. So that was the result after the reading. So that much I can say, that you can win over your fears and phobias by facing it. Do you have OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder? So a lot of people not recognizing that they have OCD. They have OCD because they don't realize that they have OCD. Maybe they don't have an extreme case. Maybe they will think that, oh yeah, there's some, some blemish on this, something is dirty on this. So they will be very particular about certain things, like the wearing style. Oh, there is a crease on it. No, I cannot wear. So that is also a part of OCD, you can say that way. I'm not saying that you should look shabby, but not over particular also. Then do you have issues in getting married or facing trouble in marriage relationship repeatedly? Repeatedly, yes, because if you are facing these issues, 100% there is a past life issue, which I can share with details also. Are you or your partner unable to conceive even when all reports are normal? So maybe so this is also where I have been able to, I have got, in fact, the very first case of Akashic Records which I healed was around this only. In fact, a person came to me somewhere in February, And he got his Akashic reading done. This was way back, 2015-16. So I did a reading for him, and I cleared whatever his obstacles were. And he said that, sir, Abhi, after the reading, will I be able to, maybe in February itself, maybe we can plan for this thing. So I don't know. The reading came, and I told him, I said by October, your wife will be able to conceive. So this was purely from intuition. And that guy was saying that maybe he is talking anything. Maybe he just went ahead. So on exactly October 24th, he called me saying that his wife conceived. So these are some of the stories which at the very beginning, so it was kind of, so that was shown as a path saying that you basically will be one of the instruments, and one of your major instruments will be to help people conceive children. Because in India, particularly in India, all across the world also, there is a lot of focus on children after marriage. So, you get pressurized. Maybe some people accept that pressure, don't accept that pressure. But all these things are very known that after a year or two, oh, is there a problem? So they'll start investigating with you, unfortunately, and it becomes a very pressure cooker situation. Although you may not feel the pressure, but I'm sure internally you would be feeling the pressure. So I'm only sending you my empathizing with you. And God forbid anybody has such anything, please reach out to us. And so basically we will talk about cord cutting in general. So cord cutting, what sort of cord cutting is there? So there are, as I said, love cords. There are cords from this lifetime. There are cords from past lifetimes. So these cords, what happens is that when we talk about cord cutting, so the first thing, say anybody starts, no, don't cut my cord with my husband, don't cut my cord with my children. So that's an immediate fear which I get. So I have to first say that these are the negative cord, not the positive cord. These are the attachment cord which we cut. Love cord we cannot cut. So that is very immediately point number one. Now the process which I will be, a very simple process which I will make you go through. That process will help you to detach any cords in this lifetime, only from this lifetime, not from a past lifetime. So that will be simple things like, for example, whatever you have gone through today in the last 15 days, 1 month, 2 months with someone, maybe with a friend, you were not able to make headway, or maybe you had a tiff with that person. You had a very good friend who you messed up. You did something wrong, or that guy did something wrong. So maybe you have stopped talking, or maybe there is a friend or there is a person of importance who is very important for one of your work. And by maybe, having this, maybe that person has sent you a negative cord, could be anything. So that cord also you can cut and send unconditional love to that person, so that that person can do your work. Ultimately, it's not about lalach or whatever you call it, greed, but it's about making your life more simple, because otherwise you will keep thinking about that friend, and you'll be keeping thinking about that particular issue, because that particular issue is not solved. So why, scatter your energies, better conserve your energies for yourself, and then not get drained by others' energies. And towards these, I would say these are unnecessary expenses. Unnecessary expenses, simple thing is that you are expending your energies in unnecessary locations. Because the moment I talk about expenses, everybody starts thinking about money only. But you're also expending your money, your energies towards these negative or futile activities, which I may speak about. So there are these cord cuttings from past lives, which will have these oaths and vows, as I had mentioned. Also, the biggest or the worst thing, or rather I would say the most strongest of the cords, is your dying thought. The dying thought in that particular lifetime, as you know, even court even the court accepts a dying person's statement without question. Because during a death, a person will first of all speak the truth and only the truth. And all the inner feelings will be out during that particular dying statement. So the dying thought is the most important for any person in any past life. So I always ask for what is the dying thought of that person. Like a girl who was basically having a major issue on relationships. She had faced 2 to 3 times in her lifetime. And in fact, the third marriage which she had, this person physically abused her, and ultimately she could not survive that attack. So she actually got killed in the whole process. So she actually, like, from her internal said that, no, I don't want to get married ever. And this was one of my relatives. I don't want to name the relation also here, but she still got married around 33, 34 years old. And in fact, even one place she was about to get married, but somehow due to, you can say that some fear or something, and luckily she did not go there because that person was trying to utilize her, because he was trying to. So she would go for anybody who would give her love. Now this guy was scheming actually. So somewhere she got aware and walked out of that the process of that particular marriage. But now, touch wood, she's happily married. So we cut her cords with this particular thought process. So now, fears and phobias. In this, I will talk about what fears and phobias we clear during the package, during the processes in the package D, if I may use that word. Also, not that it is only done in the class. In the class, it is done for all the phobias and fears which we call about. In your case, when we do a reading for a particular thing, like today afternoon, I was doing a reading for someone, and that lady had close to 20 fears, which I identified from her past life because of her this life which she had lived. And when we were cutting those 20 fears, she could feel the choking in the throat. She could feel the thumping of the heart. She could feel her back was getting a lot of pain. So it was very evident that she was not able to voice herself, and she was carrying a lot of poverty consciousness because of her father or something of that sort. So these were all released, and she actually started in between crying also because of releasing of emotions which she was holding because of some health issues. I will definitely not name the person. But at the end, I think we had a close to 1 hour, 40-minute session. And she was completely as if, glowing compared to what she was. So these fears and phobias may not mean much to you. You may think that, oh, fear and phobia, I don't give them attention. But when you are faced with it, you then don't know what to do, where to run. So I will name some of them. Which basically make a lot of sense. Now, scarcity of food. That's a phobia which a lot of people, if you look at, let's say you look at a TV program in which they are showing some person in a very deplorable condition, they have no food and all this and all that. So you also start getting attached to that particular thing. I'm sure we also watch a lot of TV series and things like that. So this scarcity of food is predominantly, again, I'm repeating, for the famine in all those places. And maybe if there has been someone who is in a poverty, there is still a person who is a multi-millionaire, maybe a billionaire also. He's my student now. But when he came to my awareness about 6 months back, being that billionaire, he still had that feeling of being in the poverty. So that poverty consciousness had not gone away from him. Basically, I took him through this Akasha reading, and there we released it. So now he's feeling a bit more better, Otherwise, he will get dreams of, I am completely poor and I have no money. So that fear of losing money was very much there inside. So that is poverty consciousness, or even scarcity of money, or losing money. fear of wealth is what I was referring to here. So basically, if there is a lot of wealth, one is I may lose it. Second big fear is that I may get looted because of that. So because they have been killed in a previous life because someone has looted that money from them. Why I'm saying this? Probably somewhere in your consciousness, you may start getting some feeling about it. So when I say such things, your body will react to it, which means somewhere in your body, you will start feeling some fear or something. And that gives you an awareness that you may have faced this in your previous lives. And then there is a fear of unknown. So if you think about, I don't know what is about to happen. Let's say you have a result. So I don't know, you will be all completely hysterical. Let's say when COVID came, it was fear of the unknown. You never knew what was happening around you. Everything, I'm sure 10, 15 days of those times when the lockdown was there was a lot of panic buying. People was buying 50 kg onion. I was seeing them buy 50 kg onion. They bring it and carry it all the way. Half of the onions went waste. This was the kind of panic which was there. And I cannot blame them, of course, but because the panic was very bad. So this is fear of unknown, which can make you do so many things. Me and my wife used to go normally. We used to buy normal things and come back. Because every week we used to go 2 to 3 times. There were people who would leave only once in a month, bring all the stock and back it. So they didn't even want to go out. So that was the fear that they will, they will even when they were in a car, full mirror was up, even then they will wear the mask. By car when nobody is there, you will not catch the virus because of that. So this is fear, phobia. So that is the fear of unknown. Then fear of falling, then fear of reptiles. This is another big fear. Even I was very scared of I know Arvinderji is raising. The fear of reptiles is very big. Particularly the chipkali, what we call it, or some people cockroach big time. So these are fear of pests. These are also, and fear of worms, fear of dirtiness, crime. I'm sorry I'm creating all these, but this is just to bring out that we need to be aware these are coming from somewhere. Then there are fear of losing relationships. There are people who have lost, God forbid, in a past life they may have lost some people. Like I see a lot of such people who have from past life, who have not given any value to relationships. Maybe they have given more value to money and power. They realize and they take an oath to follow relationships, and they even lose their money for the sake of relationships. So that oath is good for them for relationships, but for the money, then it starts becoming lopsided because everybody then loots them, starts looting them. So that's where I'm saying that that's a good thing to have an oath for relationships, but that doesn't mean that someone can loot you and still you are still maintaining relationships. It has to be a balanced equation to all those things. Then remaining. So basically, then there is remaining alone. That's another fear, that I will be alone, lonesome. Then fear of responsibility. I'm sure a lot of movies nowadays are actually showing that people are not ready for commitment in relationships. There are movies around it, and maybe other factors are also there. Stage fright, like speaking on a public platform. Those are fear of lightning. That's a big fear. Because lightning is like a wild horse. It can go any side. So that's a fear which a lot of people have. I used to have it. And I remember when I had gone to Africa, I was there alone in a room, and there the lightning is one of the worst in the world. So I used to be full night, and I was on a 21st floor of a building, and the lightning used to feel as if it's coming inside. And so I think that was how the masters took my fear of lightning away, because I had to face the fear. And then I realized it's okay. It's not all that bad. So poverty consciousness, big time. Poverty consciousness, this may even come from our process of chaddar ke bahar pav nahi rakhte, or maybe you should live within your resources. So those are the thoughts given by our seniors, which are good thoughts, but somewhere they become limiting. Then we start only looking at our resources and even limit our resources somewhere. So then jealousy, guilt, shame, vulnerability. Although it is not very openly discussed, but vulnerability is a very big fear to have, because vulnerability can even ensure that a person who is very simple can actually become a killer, because if he or she feels vulnerable, they might attack. So all those things, vulnerability is something which needs to be cleared. Victimhood, everything is working against me. Then impatience, intolerance. Today you can see, unfortunately, a lot of intolerance around. Maybe if you open the news channel, there is a lot of intolerance around you, fanaticism, and so many more things, limited beliefs. Particularly, I worry about obsession. Obsession is something which can not make you, but completely break you, because you are obsessive about certain things. So you attach too much importance to that thing, and where I have seen people even cutting their wrists if they don't get a particular person as in relationships, and so many factors. So here I will talk about now. So we have spoken about the fears, various fears. Any other fears which can come to your awareness, please feel free to share with me. I can tell you about how fears can be taken care of. So how we take care of fears and phobias is the 7 processes. Now I'll take you to the 7 processes which we are offering in the masterclass, which is the package D. Yeah, Shilpa, you can
Yeah,
say.
Deepak, thank you for that fascinating explanation. I'm sure all of us have related with most parts of it. Deepak, some questions have come up on the group. So before
Yeah,
you continue with the 7 processes, I'll
yeah,
just take up those questions.
yeah.
So Deepak, Indira has asked that in between third eye and Akashic, which is the most powerful to deal with dark energies?
Okay, so now that's a very tough question, because dark energies is dark energies. So third eye is third eye, akasa is akasa. So see, dark energies come to you for some reason, where I will relate it to you with a particular example also. Maybe a 15-year-old boy, he was he is in UK. So he used to always be affected by dark energies, right? So I make him strong with the third eye, which is good, but he is attached with these dark energies. When I checked his records, I came to know that somewhere in the 15th century, he was a dark lord in UK itself. He himself was a dark lord in UK in the 15th century. So when he went there, I don't know, the energies, particularly he went to a cemetery once, a particular cemetery, and from there his fears started dropping up. And I could see in his home there were 20 spirits which were following him. So these spirits were not following him as such, but because he was a dark lord, that energy was pulling the spirits towards them. So I cannot answer that. See, as far as keeping you safe and other things, third eye ascension course is definitely something which can keep you safe. And but if you have any connection with dark energies, then the Akasa Vilakham will help you to release them and keep you safe from such energies. Like, for example, I had this black and dark energy attack. So third eye ascension course, I need to protect myself for future attacks. But I also need Akasa Vilakham to help me clear the cords with those people who are causing those dark energies to me. So whenever anybody causes those dark energies, it is not because I met you today, I don't like you, so I'm sending you dark energies. No, this is coming from a past life. 99% of the time, it comes from a past life. Very seldom it will come out of some maybe 1%. It will come out of other places. It could be a random energy also, but it is all connected with your past life. So as I said, if you want to keep yourself safe from future attacks, third eye ascension course. But if you want to clear your energies from any dark energies, then you need to get the Akasha reading class done also. So these are two balancing each other. If you are a regularly you are being attacked by dark energies, then both classes you need.
All right.
That is my suggestion. In fact, I just wanted to share one more incident as this madam has just I think pointed out the right thing to me. There is this one person who is staying in my same society. So I remember 11th of February, he got in touch with me in the first week of February. 11th of February, I got his some information about it. I was given that 13th February, which was, I think, a very strong day astrologically. I was told to go on 12th and do his clearing in that one particular way on the Akasa. Because I was told on 13th some drastic event is going to happen to him. And on 12th, when I visited him, 11th, he said, I'm already had on 11th night, he had a tiff with his wife and he was about to suicide himself.
Oh my God.
Went to that level. And 12th, I just got up in the morning and I said that, I don't know, I had that intuition that I have to go and clear him today. And without any information to him, I just went and did his reading. And he mentioned to me 11th ko aisa hua tha. And today he thanks me. He has done Akasa. He has done third eye. He's done all the courses with me. And he's got a job also. And this guy was a vice president in, which is that biggest, I'm forgetting, one of the biggest companies, which is in Godrej also, the biggest call centers. I don't know, I'm forgetting the name. So he was a VP in that company. For 4 years, he was without a job. And all affected by dark magic, black magic, evil eye, poor thing, everything was done to them. He had a 9-year-old child. My heart went out to him completely. So that way, touch wood. So I hope this is answering your question. So if you are regularly attacked by dark energies, then you need to do it.
Yeah, thank you, Deepak, for relating those with the very powerful example, and thank you so much for helping us with this. Deepak, Tushi has asked a very interesting question. You may have covered this yesterday, but just for her sake and whoever is here for the first time, Deepak. So Deepak is asking about relationship. Sorry, Tushi is asking about relationship. She asks, so if we cut the cords with fear in a relationship, don't we end up messing up with our karmic cycle? So isn't it healthy to complete the karmic cycle instead of cutting it?
What is,
And
sorry,
yeah,
my mistake. Sorry, please go.
and if we don't do this, then maybe it will come back in the coming lives. So she is a
Okay,
little confused about this.
no problem, no problem. So we are not saying that we are not saying here that you're not completing your cycle. We are saying that we will heal all that is for your highest good. And believe me, if you have this relationship issue, so what is a karma? Let's understand in a bit detail, not too much of detail on that. What is a karma? It is a lesson to be learned. It is not a stretching lesson like a elastic or a rubber band. We cannot keep pulling it. We cannot keep pulling it. Why the lessons are not learned? Because of rigidity. Rigidity. It could be rigidity, some obsessions. Maybe I want my husband to be a millionaire. I want my husband to be a billionaire. And after being a billionaire, he's not giving me time. So somewhere you will have some disagreement. I'm saying that 100% everybody will get ideal situation that he's earning millions, he's giving me time, he's cooking, everything he's doing may not be possible. So somewhere karmic cycle, of course you will be, so karma is a lesson. Once you learn a lesson, once you learn why that is happening with you, then you can clear that karma with, first of all, compassion. We always say you're sending pink light to the particular problem. And if it is a person, then we make you send the pink light to that person also. So you are clearing this in your awareness. God doesn't say that you have 5 years of trouble with you. The 5 years is because of our rigidities, our not accepting. If you accept a karma, the karma can get over in a minute. You need not take it over for centuries. I'll give you a classic, maybe a small, very small story, which I use in the Akashic record generally. There is a bird who is living in a desert. Her feathers are completely torn off, and she's completely unhappy with her life. And ultimately, there's an angel which goes by, and he looks at pitifully and asks, what happened to you? So she said, I'm very unhappy with my life. My feathers are gone. There is no food to eat, nothing to, no water to drink. I want to die. So please ask God how long I have to survive here. Survive here. That's the word. So when angel goes, God says 7 years that bird has to suffer more. So the angel, because of the empathy and the love which they carry with themselves, he comes and tells the bird, you don't have to do anything. Just say whatever happens to you, that God, I thank you. If something dirty happens, say that I still thank you. I have learned a lesson, or I am learning a lesson, and I am becoming a better person. If something good happens, thank you, God. I really love you, and I whatever is happening for my highest good. So just be in gratitude. For after 15 days, that angel passes through that same place. Just half a kilometer away from that place where the bird was, she finds an oasis. Now, the bird is completely different. Her feathers are pruned, so everything is perfectly fine. She's happy, dancing, water around, food around, everything is fantastic. So she thanks the angel. Thank you, my angel. My life has become much better. So when the angel goes and checks with the God, he said 7 years was as per her current situation. Now, as she changed to gratitude, that 7 years was cleared in 7 days. And which is where she was able to find that oasis, which is just half a kilometer, because now her vision is broad. Earlier, she used to just think about the poverty, and only poverty was coming. Now I'm thinking about abundance. So abundance is all around me. She could see the oasis. She went there and she's living happily now. So karma is that. I'm not saying that I will give you a shortcut. You kill someone and I will move you out from that karma. No, I'm not promising any visa or any kind of passport for karma that you do anything bad and I'll take you out of that. No, you have to be in awareness. We create that awareness and we let you release that karma with compassion. Like I told one lady that she asked me, I am married for my husband for 25 years. We fight every day. What is the karma which we are having? I said, karma is nothing. You are just lacking compassion with each other. So just the lacking of compassion can lead to these, because every now and then he may something, you may not like it. You will just fight. And sometimes ऐसा होता है कि ये जो बोलना है, whatever you want to say, I will fight only. I will not agree to it. So that's a mindset which you are in. So you don't have compassion for each other, and then you blame it's a karma. So karma is nothing but learning lessons. I think we make a big deal out of karma. We make a big deal out of Saturn, Shani Maharaj. He's a very lovable thing. So he teaches you lessons. If you learn well, he doesn't bother you much. You live. In fact, my Sadasakti is on, and I have no problem at all. I love myself. I don't do any bad deeds as far as possible, and my life is touchwood going well. So why do you worry about? You do good deeds and forget the rest. Don't get rigid. Don't stop yourself from grace, because sometimes in the rigidity we stop even grace coming to us. So be mindful. Karma is not something like a 50-ton shipment or something, a 50-ton load or something. It's something like a feather if you just accept it. That's karma. Thank you. Sorry, I went a bit long.
Not at all, Deepak. In fact, we got a couple of comments that was a very beautiful story, and thank you so much. Tushi has thanked you, and Sangeeta has stated a very beautiful thing, that it is so true about compassion. I think that is the missing link in most relationships. Sangeeta, thank you for sharing that. Everybody, I want to tell you that Deepak has planned a very powerful cord cutting process planned for us today, which we can do every day. He will share more details about it.
Yeah.
He will also help us find our clairs, which are actually the gifts of intuition, which all of us have. Deepak confirmed yesterday. And of course, we will try and do some demos. So stay tuned. Deepak, please continue. You were telling us about the
Yeah.
7
Yes.
healing
So, yeah.
processes.
So the 7 processes which are used in Akasha Abhilekha, these 7 processes I will inform you. First, we do the block clearing. Now, what are blocks? Blocks are our own blocks which are due to fears and our past experiences. Now, a lady came to me. The whole idea behind this process started when a lady who has been practicing for 20 years with Reiki, she came to me crying literally, saying that, sir, on the first day of Akasha, I could not feel anything. So I was so hurt, not hurt, I would say, I was so moved by that gesture of hers. That so beautifully she came and told me this. And I just put a word to the masters. So this process came to my awareness saying that any dark energies, or not the dark energies, but these blocks are found by your own fears. And people saying that if you heal someone, you will be affected by negativity. So these are all myths created around that. So when I created that night, this process came into my awareness. And I did it next day for that lady. And that lady said that, all respect to you, I'm not leaving you forever. This was 3 years back when I downloaded that process. So she still, maybe today also she would be on the call probably. But she's a bit of an introvert. She doesn't like coming on the show. So may not come on the show. But what I'm trying to say is that she was able to see the records. She was able to feel all the energies which she was doing. And after that, I have incorporated it in all my classes, because I feel the blocks are there in everybody's mind, body, and soul. So these are the unconscious, subconscious blocks. So they release your blocks from your inner mind, and angels heal you. So that is the process with which your blocks, your implants, and everything which is not letting you say, do a job or do a particular thing, do healing, or maybe even love your family, compassion for your family, all those things, all the blocks are taken care of. So it's not a block for only healing, but all relationship, health. So we bring everything to your awareness, and you yourself visualize this process going down and coming up. So you go into your mind and come up. So that's a very beautiful process. The second process is all about 3D to 5D. Now we are living in 3D energies. You hear yesterday you must have done the healing, and after that when you went, or rather when you went to your home, so maybe someone in the family, your home, your wife or your mother or someone would have said, "Arey aata khatam ho gaya, please get something for me," or something or the other. The lift is not working, or maybe the TV is not working. Can you see? So you are involved in the day-to-day matters. So you come back to 3D reality. So from 5D reality to 3D reality. So that's a journey which you have to do every day. You sit in meditation, beautiful 5D, I went to 5D. But when you come back to home, you're back in 3D. So that is a process in which we make you aware of the 5D and 3D, so that you can be in 5D even being in 3D. So that's a 3D to 5D, very simple 5-minute process. The third process is where we make you grounding. So your grounding is done with the angel energies and Mother Earth energies. Also, pain and trauma, which is there in your brain, in the amygdala and your full body, the 5 viscerals. Also, less than God energy, which is the oaths, vows, and all that you have been clearing. So all those things you release from your body. So that process also, we have the karmic board members to send the liquid diamond energy, so that you are more karmically aware, as Tushiji mentioned. So here we are getting you even karmically connected with your Earth Star Chakra, so that you can get clear intuitions even about your future, rather than getting confused. Now, one more thing which I would like to talk about here. Is this better? I'm sorry. Oh, this is better or this is better?
What, Deepak?
No, I said the light, this is better or that was better? Sorry. I just realized that. I said the light, this is better. I think this is,
yeah. Thank you.
Sorry. So that is where, so the pain and trauma and the less than God energies, when we release them, we are completely filled with light. we are completely filled with love for ourselves. And when these angel energies cleanse us, shield us, send us with healing energies, we have our love quotient, which is very high, ultimately. Then there is a process which is known as, I would talk about soul. Just a moment. Sorry. Soul fragments. Soul fragments. Sorry, I just forgot that name. Soul fragments. Why are they important? As I mentioned also yesterday, that soul fragments when we lose. So whenever we get a shock, whenever you, God forbid, if there is a bad news which you have to give someone, I always make it a point to tell my wife or someone that, just shant ho jao. Just, I give them a glass of water and tell them that just be calm. I'm telling you something which may affect you. Don't get affected. So before giving any bad news, God forbid, I'm again saying, I always tell them to be quiet and calm so that they don't have the something like that react, which will let a soul fragment go away from you. Likewise, if you're in a trauma or in any of that sort, you also will release a soul fragment. And this soul fragment, you may have left it in some other lifetime, in some other century. And all those, if they are in bad, let's say you are in a trauma situation, those soul fragments, you will feel the pain also. So we collect all those soul fragments and integrate into you. This is the process in the package D particularly. Oh, sorry, this is a package C as package D both, sorry. So these four, the three processes are in package D of these four which I mentioned. 3D to 5D is not there. Other than this, there is a fifth process which is known as clearing of cellular memory. So cellular memory, we have 60 to 84 trillion cells in our body. So we clear it even from our glands, our skin system, our skin, our hair, our bone system, our skeletal system, our heart chakra, even the physical heart, the liver area, then the brain area. So everything, including, so we clear it with the forgiveness energies, clear every cell of your body. That process is of about 40 to 45 minutes, in which we clear all these phobias which I mentioned to you. In fact, some of the phobias I mentioned, there are close to 100 phobias and fears which we release during that process. And we fill you with positive affirmations like, I am able, I am in abundance, I am able and I am abundant. Also, I can achieve abundance. I live in 5D. There are 10 to 15 more such affirmations which we give, in which you change your life. And these are like, sent into your system by divine energies again. So there are, after that, we have a golden liquid light which seals your fresh cellular memory. So this becomes like, it's as good as becomes like the vacuum cleaner goes and cleans each and every center of your body, each and every cell of your body. And then there is a new memory which is put on that. So it's kind of a factory resetting which we can do for your system. Like you said, that the mobile, you send the mobile for factory resetting, where they format the whole thing. Here also we format your whole body with the help of these divine energies, and we clear all the negatives and fill you with all the positives. Then there is, so this is one. Then there is this Archangel Zadkiel. He helps you to clear your karmic imbalances. So karma clearing by Archangel Zadkiel, in which the whole body is filled with this violet light. And then there is this serpent-like thing coming out and moving around you like a serpent. So it kind of completely engulfs you and then releases all those awarenesses from you where you are stuck. Let's say Tushiji mentioned about that, that whether the karma we are clearing. So you will be aware of why you're stuck in that karma. And then you will be able to, once you are able to see that, you will be able to see come out of that karma. It's something like a, you have that bulbulaya types. I forget the name in the Hindi, English, what they call it.
Maze.
Maze, sorry, yeah, maze. So When you're stuck in a maze, you're stuck in a maze. And you get stuck for a long time. Once you find the way, that is how karma also works. Once you find a way, you are able to come out easily. So likewise, this is a maze of our life, which is based by karma. And how we come out of it is how we live our karma. So that is the karma clearing. Then we have the golden shaft attachment by, again, Lord Metatron or Chitragupta. The golden shaft is attached and blessed by him, which helps with basically for which you don't need to do any meditation. You just just by merely saying, I want to go to the record, you go to the records and come back. Very clear, like you did yesterday. Similarly, you will have daily that experience which you did yesterday. So it's as simple as that. And with more confidence, you can read more in detail and much more answers can come. One more process gets added. This is the package in the package D, where Lord Metatron or Chitragupta puts his golden shaft, the golden cube, his Metatron cube on your crown chakra, which immediately grounds you. And then you have in the attunement, you have got five angel energies, Lord Metatron, Lord Melchizedek, and divine deities, like even Mahavatar Babaji can come and attune you with his energies. So these are the processes, these are the things which I talk about. This as far as the package C and package D. Now, one small area which I would like to throw light on. There's a lot of discussion around ancestral. There is a lot of discussion around, let's say, rewriting of records. What is this ultimately? Ancestral is your ancestors, whatever they have raised, whatever something has happened. Maybe they say ancestral curse, or ancestors have done something because of that you are carrying a curse. Or maybe, let's say, there's a problem within the family where the girls of the home particularly face a lot of problems in their relationships. Sometimes the boys face, like in our family, the boys, both me and my brother had only one child, whereas the daughters had two children. So that was a major problem. And even we would struggle beyond a point. So every time we would go do something, we would struggle. So that was as a family we were doing that. When I went into this detail, we found out that ancestral issues also we can find out from the Akashic records for that particular individual. So when we all family had come together, all 22 people I had cleared with this Akashic. I opened each and every person's record and cleared them from this Akashic, from the ancestral issue. And they were free. One of my cousin was not able to buy his property. He was able to buy the property afterwards. My brother was stuck in some sort of, like he was getting stuck. He was not able to move forward. I was not able to move forward. My sisters were not able to move forward. Everybody got their pathway. We were moving forward. In fact, there are a lot of people. There is a person who came to me who has lakhs and lakhs of rupees. Like he is not able to buy a home. That was a curse. The moment I did the reading, within the next 48 days, within the next 2 months, he bought his own home. 48 days, 48 hours, but 2 months. Within 2 months, he bought his own home. So, which he was struggling for 30 years and he was staying on rent. He said, I don't know, whenever I want to buy something, something would happen. Although he has all the money, but he will not be able to buy. That was a curse. So, ancestral is one. Second, I would talk about rewriting of records. What is rewriting of records? The rewriting of records is predominantly something where I want to, like I'm in a particular state, I want to change the way I live life. So rewriting, I can proudly announce to you here, rewriting is something we can do in package A, package B, package C, package D. So what is rewriting? When we do the cord cutting, what are we doing? We are changing the way you react. We are changing the way you live. We are changing the way you maybe respond in a particular manner, maybe with anger or whatever. We make you more aware about your own fears. So once you don't live in your fears, then the whole future, you are rewriting your own destiny. So that is rewriting for you. So package A, so each and every process of Akasha Abhilekham is rewriting itself. So, don't get into any major thing that rewriting means you will go and just change your whole history. My pura history, I will change my history. I will write every page differently. By these simple reading also, you can change your history, or rather change your future. And that is what rewriting is all about. So I would like to bring it to your awareness that rewriting is nothing, because a lot of people even previously have asked me, do you cover rewriting? Do you cover rewriting? Do you cover rewriting? So which is where I thought today it is very important that I announce this, that Akasha Abhilekham, the whole process is about rewriting only. You have to change your history, which is where Akashic, these cord cutting is helping you change that history, or rather change that history in the sense, change that future which is affected by your history otherwise. So once you detach from your history, your future becomes completely different and you can do whatever you feel. And once you do package C or D, then even in future, if whatever challenges you come across, you can just change it's something like, whenever you come to a crossroad, take one road. If you're not happy with that, take another road afterwards. So it's not that you want to live with your mistakes. If you make a mistake, accept it and just change the routing. Why do you want to go into the dirty sludge? If the sludge is there, change your route. So that is how simple life is. We make it complicated by not getting, no, I have chosen this, I will go by this. Then don't cry, no? Then don't cry, because then if you face challenges, you face challenges.
Absolutely, and Deepak, I think when we face challenges, and now since you have mentioned what is possible in the packages with the rewriting, and you've explained the 7 processes, Deepak, I think it is a great time to share with everybody again the packages.
Yes.
And then, we can do the processes. So everybody will have time to even ask questions about the packages or the processes. And of course, Deepak will come back after the call on the group. So what do you say, Deepak? Shall I share my screen?
Yes. Please. By the way, there are 2 processes coming up. So just be aware of that, everybody. So as we discussed yesterday, just bringing it to your awareness again, the package A, personal session of 45 minutes. Personal session of B, package B is personal session of 90 minutes. With package A consists 5 days personal remote healing, and package B consists 15 days remote healing of Lord Metatron. So package C is all about Akashic Records course level 1, plus bonus personal session, which is package A is part of package C. And package D is Master Cord-Cutting Akasha Abhilekham course level 2. So plus bonus personal session, which is the package B is part of package D, in case you take package D. So who are the personal sessions for? All people, long-standing issues or ailments, which we discussed in detail in the last 2 days. If you have any other thing which comes to your awareness, plus all the answers which you have given, I'll be responding to each and everyone today. So we will get into detail on that. Then, so here we are talking about these are one-on-one sessions which you can record if you require. Ask any number of questions for 1 or 2 issues in any area of life. Personalized guidance and remedies will be as per the records to whatever questions you ask. So personal session. So bonus in this is 5 days personal remote healing, which will be with WhatsApp update. Receive healing specific to your issues shared in the session. 5 to 10 minutes powerful Lord Metatron healing each day, which will be given to you. No call. So this will be just a distance healing, and I'll give you a WhatsApp update immediately after the healing. Plus more bonuses are there. 1 month personal WhatsApp support. So you can reach out to me for those particular issues which you mentioned. One follow-up session after 1 month, which is after the basically a follow-up session. MP3 to reach your higher self will be provided to you, and MP3 for self-healing and maintaining balance is what I'll be providing to you. So this is basically post the healing. Then you will use it for a month for releasing all your subconscious issues also. Lifetime access to my learning unlearning group. Receive regular healings and updates from the group. So the USD 227 or 16,556 Indian rupees is the energy exchange, actual energy exchange, and the current offer is standing at $50 and 3599 Indian rupees. 78% saving is there. So please reach out to. I would recommend you to immediately take a call on this. Be guided by your masters always. So personal session of 90 minutes. The package B is 90-minute session, and this is kind of an unlimited session. You can ask any number of questions. If you feel like, you can take package B and do package A for 2 people. In that case, the package A rule will apply for those 2 people. Otherwise, if it is for a single person, then you can ask any number of questions in unlimited question. Personalized guidance and remedies as per your records. Option to record the session. Of course, you can schedule the session at your convenience. The calendar will be provided to you as you book the session. 15 days remote healing in this. 3 months personal WhatsApp support. 15-minute follow-up session after every month for 5 minutes each, or 15 minutes at the end of 3 months as you wish. Then to reach your higher self, an MP3 self-healing 16-minute audio which will be sent to you after the healing. Lifetime access to learning and learning group for daily broadcast, and the energy exchange for this is $378 or 27,668 Indian rupees, and the offer which we are offering on Mystic Lotus is $82 only and rupees 5999 only. 78% straight saving.
Absolutely. And Deepak, I want to quickly tell everybody that all the difference between A and B is that the duration is double and all the bonuses are triple. So you get 15 days healing in B, 3 months personal support, and 15 minutes follow-up session. And the price is not double, it is much lesser. So the next 2 packages are, if you want to take this up professionally, you can do this, learn to do this for yourself and for others as well. Deepak, do tell us about the course.
Yes. So Akashic Record level 1. So in this year is a personal. So package A is a part of this. You become a Akashic Records reader and healer. 6 hours. The Zoom call is about single day, 6 hours live group call, or rather it's a live class, not a recorded one. So you will get PDF notes and downloadable class recording and e-certificate from Dikshma Spiritual Zone. Currently, the option 1 is 10th June and 12th June. Second option is 12th June, 3 to 9 p.m. India time. This is how we have decided, and 5:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. ET, Eastern time. Akashic, in this, the course highlights is all about life journey details, how life processes, karma lessons, details for clearing, guiding notes for asking questions, how to protect yourself, how to access and close Akasa Abhilekhya, prayers for opening and closing Akasa Abhilekhya, and plus more modules are also there. Then includes cleansing and healing processes, which I did speak about there. The grounding plus plane and trauma and less than God energy removal. The soul fragment integration, which I was struggling with that name for a moment. Then the third name was block removal. It's very, 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 very important for anybody to get a block removal done. And that helps you open your life completely. I have seen the change in a lot of people after this. Additional powerful releases of processes are, of course, the golden shaft process, for which you don't need to meditate for getting into the records. You just, by merely saying, I want to go to the record, you're there. meeting with Lord Metatron is also there. And attunement to Archangel Zadkiel, Lord Metatron, and Mother Earth energies will help you in healing. 12 live group practice sessions is the bonus. 1 year WhatsApp group support. Professional support with your first 5 clients. Free revision of course in next batch. MP3 to reach your higher self. MP3 for again healing and maintaining balance. Then lifetime access to my group, which is the learning and learning for free healings, which I keep doing it. 45 minutes personal session, that is package A, then you have bonus for this. So the total USD 883 or 64,610 is the total energy exchange, for which the 79% savings in US dollar 183 or 13,333. This is a steal as far as basically reading and healing a particular issue is concerned. Now, package D is a master cord-cutting Akasha Vilekhyan course, level 1 and 2. This is included in it. So this is the most powerful level, plus bonus personal session, which is package B, is included in package D. 11 hours live group session across 2 days, 5.5 hours each. PDF notes, downloadable class, e-certificate is already there. Dates are 10th. Sorry, the second option 1 for date is level 2 is 14th and 15th June, and option 2 is 17th and 18th June. So these are the two. One is the weekday, one is the weekend. 3 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. is the time. Course highlights, know the lords and keepers. So basically, other than what was mentioned in package C, addition to that is the lords and keepers of the Akasha Vilekhyan. The Metatron cube is detailed explanation is given, how that can ground you immediately and all those factors. Plus more modules are there also. The 3 additional course, cleansing and healing process for cord cutting. So that is added in this process where we teach you how to cut cords. In the package C, you have the violet light, which you send for forgiveness healing. So that's a 21-day process for which you have to do the healing. Here it is instant. So it is your choice. You want to take package C or package D, your choice. But this is instant. That is maybe a bit like, but healing is done in both. That's for sure. Other than that, cellular memory cleansing, come release. This is the process which I was speaking about, where your whole energies get factory resetted. You can say that way. Then 3D to 5D transition process. Like for example, so basically, like I mentioned, the 5D, you are sitting in 5D here, you just go to the drawing room and suddenly there's no milk, go and get milk. There's no this thing. So basically, you're just being engrossed in the day-to-day running around of the family. Karma clearing process, that's a very powerful process.
Yeah.
By Archangel Zadkiel, because that brings a lot of clarity to you. Additional powerful processes are affixing Lord Metatron's cube, which I mentioned, and that immediately grounds you within a second. Attunement to 5 archangel powers. So Lord Melchizedek, archangels are Archangel Shamiel, Archangel Zadkiel, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael, and Archangel Gabriel. And additionally, this is 5 is fixed. Additionally, sometimes Archangel Jophiel also comes for healing, and of course Mavatar Babaji, Lord Shiva, Kalima. As I mentioned, these come during this particular process, particularly to empower and energize you to do the cord cutting process.
Yeah, and the bonuses?
Bonuses
you get
are
all the bonuses, of level 1, and there you get a 45-minute personal session as bonus, which is package A. But here you get the 90 minutes personal session as the bonus. And here is the screen. Deepak, with your permission, I'll quickly share with everyone the difference between the two course packages. So in level 1, you can not do cord cutting, but you can do cord healing with forgiveness and Archangel Zadkiel healing. But in package T, it includes master cord cutting as well, along with what is included in C. In package C, you get 3 cleansing and healing processes, but you get a total of 7 cleansing and healing processes in package D. You are attuned to 3 healing energies in package C, and there are total 8 attunements in package D. And of course, as I mentioned, 45 minutes personal session in package C and 90 minutes personal session in package D. Plus, you get attunement to Metatron's cube to increase intuition and increase healing, as Deepak just mentioned.
Yeah, so the process, all these mentioned, $1,100 or 80,500 Indian rupees is the actual cost of what you get. And the offer is $274 or 90,990, which is a clear 75% saving. It's a limited time offer, as we have already informed you.
Absolutely. And it's a huge steal. Everybody look at this. Package C, you are seeing it is for US dollars 183 rupees 13,333. And package D is rupees 19,990 and US dollars 274. And remember all the differences plus the bonus personal session differences. And yet you will see the price difference is not very much. So go for it, go for whichever level you're ready for, and please shoot your questions. We will take them up. And there are, okay, sorted. So, Deepak, we will wait. I will bring up if there are any questions,
Sure.
and you can please continue with what you have planned for us.
Yeah. So we'll be doing 2 processes as we. So basically, we'll do the clairs first, and then we will do the cord cutting. Also, let's not forget one more thing which I just mentioned today, that A, B, C, D also have a rewriting additional thing. So I didn't mention it first because according to me it is already covered, but still I got a lot of information from my some people yesterday. So that gave me the idea that it's already there. So anyway, maybe I didn't mention it, but rewriting is there in A, B, C, D. The whole idea of Akasa Vilekyam is rewriting. So just let's take a deep breath. And again, please take care of your health. Don't overexert yourself. Keep water handy. And if you're driving, please stop your car or do it on a recording. Otherwise, you want to sit, lie down, your choice. This is a process in which we will understand or find out which clair is our strength. What are clairs? Clairs are our energies which intuition is able to communicate to us. Our intuition comes to us in form of these 6 clairs. The 6 clairs are clairvoyant, that is the vision, you can see. Clairaudient, you can listen to grace or listen to the intuition. Then claircognizant is just you are aware of the answer. Then clairsentient is you get the feeling as an answer. Then clairalliance is somewhere you smell the answer. So answer comes to you in the form of smell. Then clairgustance is how you taste, like you get a taste, and that is your answer. So likewise, so there are 6 clairs. Now, what I will do as a process, I'll take you into this process to identify which of these 6 clairs is your current strength. Or rather, if you are not able to see, but you are a good feeler, so you can think of feeling more rather than trying to see. And if you try to see, your feeling takes a back seat and you are not able to understand. And you get confused and you say that, no, I'm not able to make any sense of it. So don't try to see only. Try to feel, try to hear, try to just be aware, or try to smell, or try to taste. So there are 6 different possibilities for you. As I say these 6 names, just close your eyes and remain peaceful. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in unconditional love for self. Breathe out unconditional love for others. Now, I take your awareness to your heart chakra. Your heart chakra is the center of the body. So it balances your energies, balances you completely and nicely. Just remain peaceful and calm in your heart chakra. As you're in your heart chakra, you're more balanced. Now, I will start saying the names of these 6 clairs. Just be aware. Your body will send you messages, or you will see something, you will hear something. Maybe you will start feeling some itching in your hand, or maybe some pulsation in your stomach or in your head. So these are the way the body will indicate to you which of the clair is working for you. So just surrender yourself. And as I'm saying, note your body's reaction. Do not expect anything to happen. Let it happen and you will know. So I'm starting now. Clairvoyant, be aware. Clairaudient, be aware. Clairsentient, claircognizant, clairalliance, clairgustance, just remain peaceful. And you can now open your eyes and first write down what or rather, if you can indicate, you can mention on the group, on the Telegram group. I will respond to each one whose clair is what. So you just mention what you felt during these 6 differently, or maybe you felt a single, like you just felt twitching in yourself. You could hear something, you could see something, you could smell something, or you could taste something all the time. So just let me know on the Telegram group and we will take it accordingly. Have a glass of water if you feel like. Now, let me take you through to this cord cutting. As I mentioned to you, cords are coming from our current lifetime and previous lifetimes. Whatever cords are affecting us in this lifetime, particularly, like in this week, or let's say in this month, I had got many toughs. It was very tough for me. It was a very overwhelming month, you can say that way. I had a lot of fights, or I had a lot of disagreements, or I had a lot of tiffs, or I had a lot of, whatever. I was thinking a lot. I was overthinking sometimes. So whatever happens, these are basically cords attaching us with a particular problem or with a particular person. And that becomes so overwhelming that we cannot find solutions, and we sometimes also give up on a lot of aspects. So the cords which I am going to teach you, or rather not teach you, it's just inform you how to go about it. It's very simple. this cord cutting will help you to clear these day-to-day issues which you are facing, maybe fight with friends or maybe disagreement with colleagues, family members, disagreement, let's say in the social circle disagreement, all those things you can clear with yourself. The cords generally attach with your third eye chakra and solar plexus chakra, which is 3 fingers above your navel. So generally 3 locations. It may attach to the sacral also, but so seldom, I'm just saying, but generally third eye, heart and solar plexus, also somewhat throat. So in short, in front of your body. So it's a very simple process. If you can just close your eyes and make out or feel or hear or just have an awareness or smell or taste. How many cords are in front of you? In front of your body, in the crown, in the third eye, the heart, in the solar, seldom in the throat or even in the sacrum. Just see how many cords are attaching. If you see cords or if you feel how many number of cords are there, do just call upon Archangel Michael. Just call upon Archangel Michael. Request him. Archangel Michael, please cut all the cords. All the cords are cut with a single swipe of your sword. 1, 2, 3, cut. As the cords are cut, suddenly you may feel the lightness inside you and around you. First of all, feel the lightness or the healing energy is working on you. As you start feeling the lightness, put your hands on your heart chakra and request or affirm the pink light from your heart chakra is flowing to all the chakras and healing them. So from the heart chakra, it goes to the throat, third eye, crown, and from the heart chakra into the solar plexus, sacral chakra, and even root chakra. So as you sit for 2 minutes or 3 or 5 minutes, depending on when you feel that all the 7 chakras are now filled with the pink light. Once the pink light, you have an intuition that, or rather a feeling that now all the 7 chakras are filled with the pink light. Those cords are healed. And as you may feel or may see someone's face, or let's say a friend's face or a boss's face, just send pink light to that person also. So that this issue which has maybe made your life tough or whatever be the case, it can be resolved with ease and joy. The moment you feel it is healed, you can just come back into your awareness. This process is complete. It is as simple as that, but it can give you invaluable insight into the most problematic cases, which you may not find a solution otherwise. You can now come back. So, we can take, do we have time for individual demos? We can take 1 or 2.
Absolutely, Deepak, for sure. And Deepak, a lot of people have put what they have felt. And it is, I want to commend everybody that there is such variety of reactions which all of us have experienced. Really fantastic. Thank you everyone for sharing. Now, I want to
Thank
take
you.
this opportunity to invite everybody. We will take on as many people as possible right now for individual demonstration of Akasagi Lekyam. You will see how a session goes and what you can do once you learn this as well from Deepak. So let me know on the group now if anybody is interested. And while you volunteer on the group, let me, and please don't raise your hand on Zoom, and ensure your name on Zoom is the same as your name on Telegram. So it will be easier for me to choose who to get on. And while you are typing, please know that this call is being live streamed on YouTube, and the replay is going to be shared on our Telegram group and our page. So only if you're comfortable with sharing your details or any messages which Deepak comes up with, only if you're comfortable with whatever is coming up, only then please join. All right. So Deepak, I'm going to invite Sangeeta Iyer. So Sangeeta, if you can switch on your video, please. I will spotlight you with Deepak. Here she is.
Hi, Sangeeta. Yeah.
Okay. So I had posted a question on the group. I'll ask the same over here. Over the period when I was growing up, I saw a lot of tiff between my parents. They squabbled over a basic issue that they didn't have enough money. It's not that, like, from what my sense or intuition said, it's not that we didn't have enough, but there was that one reason for them to be always in a very love kind of a relationship. Now, it's been over 19 years that I have been married. There's no such issue between us, but in the past few months, I've been seeing that this pattern is repeating in my relationship also,
Yeah.
wherein I don't have enough, is creating a distance, and we are not enough for each other.
Right.
And that has actually affected me on a very mental and health wise also, because all of a sudden it's just like something within me snapped, and I don't care, like I'm just living the life, like kind of a thing. So yeah, I would like your
Yeah.
insight on this.
Yeah. So, see, basically, Sangeeta, I would just give you some insights on this, which I'm getting. Could you tell me your birth year, please?
1976.
Okay. So, why I said wow, there is a reason, because 1971 was the lifetime which I saw of yours immediately before this life, where so you have faced a particular issue in that lifetime, and you have in fact helped a lot of people with their issues on this front, and somewhere it is a crusade which you have put across, saying that I will clear all these limited mindsets somewhere. So that is somewhere a crusade for you, which is what I can see. And somewhere you're surrounded by such people, because for you to realize how to come out of that.
Okay.
So don't take the other way out. Don't take the shorter route out. You can say, maybe, I will tell you something very simply, very quickly. I will, I have already opened your records mechanically, so don't need to worry. There will be something, I'll take you through a very short process and
Sure.
tell me how you feel. Now I'm getting some 78,000 chords for you.
Okay.
Just close your eyes. I mean, Lord Melchizedek, Lord Shiva is standing in front of you holding 78,000 chords. Balloons, white balloons. Just send pink light from your heart chakra to the 78,000 balloons and just keep chanting, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, love you, forgive you. and feel the energies of these balloons, you will come to know what I'm saying. You will see visuals also of that. Archangel Michael, please cut the cord between Sangeeta and the 78,000 cords. All the cords are cut with a single swipe of your sword. 1, 2, 3, cut. Just feel something releasing from you, as if something is exited from you. And keep sending the pink light. Keep chanting, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, love you, forgive you. Archangel Raphael is sending his green light, falling on you, healing all that needs to be healed so that you can be put on this path of helping people rather than getting engulfed in these issues. Archangel Zadkiel is sending his violet light, filling you with forgiveness energies. Forgive yourself and these people. They are just trying to make you aware of your soul path. So they are your karmic gurus. Archangel Shamiel is sending his pink light, covering you with the pink light. Unconditional love. Lord Melchizedek is sending you courage to face your fears, and Michael and Gabriel are sending their blue-white light, filling you with peace and tranquility. Just say, I release these negative attachments. And these 78,000 balloons are healed. I thank Lord Melchizedek and the archangels, and energy body of Sangeeta is integrating into her physical body. Her body element is making a note of all the changes, all the cords cut healing done, and your DNA is changed accordingly. Integrate, integrate, integrate. Immediate. Done. How are you feeling?
White light.
You have rewritten your reports. What are you feeling first of all from the experience?
It's quite emotional. I'm not having tears because of any sorrow, but it's like the tears of joy. The moment you said Lord Shiva, I just surrendered myself over there. It's a feeling of surrender. You connected me with him again, you know. So yeah.
So the change of perspective is that you don't have to get engulfed in that poverty consciousness. You have to take them out of that. Mm-hmm. So package D for you will be the best because you have to change the world around you.
I got that feeling myself when you were going through the entire package, though I tried to run away from the room so that I don't have to listen to it. But I had.
Yeah, that's a sweet.
Because sometimes, you know, like, because yes, I want to, like, I am learning a lot of things. I have been into, like, I just got connected with Osho Zen Tarot. Again, the only intention is not, it's more from a guidance perspective.
That's true.
So when you said a crusade, I can see that I've been doing that, but only when it comes to the personal house print, you know, it's a big hard block.
Everywhere.
Yes.
I share that thing with you, but only thing, don't make it a hard thing because it will become more hard.
Yeah.
Take it as it comes and clear everything as you see it. So that will not, don't let it become a mountain. Then you will be under that same mountain and I'll be doing your chakra healing and all those things.
Thank you very much.
So do package D and help everybody, first your family, so that they become, so which is what I said, you know, 5D, once you come to, so you go to the home, you're poverty conscious.
Oh yeah.
I'm back. So something like that.
Yes.
So just keep your energies high. So I also have these kind of energies always. So everybody tries to pull me down because I listen to at least 10 to 15 people every day. No judgment, but poor things, they are express their problems and then I try to help them. So it is the 3D. From 3D, I try to pull them to 5D rather than me falling into 3D. So that is what you need to do also. Pull them out rather than getting engulfed in the same issue.
I understand.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All the best.
Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Thank you, Sangeeta, for joining. And I want to tell you, Sangeeta, and whoever comes on for the demonstration now, this was just like few minutes, but watch out for the changes and the shifts you will feel now. This is going to stay, you know, because I have done this twice with Deepakk, and I was feeling that for so many years, and Deepakk does this for a few minutes, and you don't even remember how you felt earlier. This is really powerful work. And Deepakk, you made a great point. By learning this, you actually don't need to make a mountain out of these things. You know, whenever you just experience something, just clear them and just don't go to these type of mountains. Maybe you can enjoy the real vacational mountains. So thank you for sharing that, Deepak. Deepak, with your permission, can we take on
Yes, please.
one or two more people, please?
Yes, yes.
All right. Okay. Deepak, the package questions have also come up. Everybody, please bring them on. We'll try to answer them. And I want to tell again, if you don't pick anybody now, Deepak will come back on the group and respond to you. So, Deepak, I'm looking for Richa Agarwal right now. Richa, if you have your video on, we will. Richa, is that you? Okay, all right.
Yeah, namaste. Richa ji. Hi.
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 I really was looking forward to learn Akashic Records, and I was not knowing whom to learn from. And
Okay.
probably I am a person who does not resonate with anything under the sun. People, whatever they say that I felt the angels, I felt that I have done few classes, I felt nothing ever.
Okay.
So for me, it is a very big question that I wanted to see that how I connect with you. The question is that even Abhi, when you said to feel something, I felt nothing.
Okay.
So there are a lot of issues, but presently it is regarding my son. His date of birth is 4th Jan 2003, Shreyansh Agarwal. And from his childhood, as my child, he's not, because I'm his mother, he's worked very hard, but he's never got the results, and there has been constant struggle. Now he's probably somewhere he didn't get into the universities of his choice or things like that, and now he's trying for work, internship, even the college he's studying, he's not at the best. So what is the issue? Because I have never actually felt anything like over the years. I'm a Reiki healer, though I believe in Reiki, and that is something I actually believe in, but I don't see any numbers, or I don't see any angels, and I don't see all that.
Okay. So maybe the block clearing process would be the best for you, which is what I did mention, that, that helps a lot of people come out. So Shreyansh Agarwal, you said, right?
Correct.
So Shreyansh Agarwal, I don't know, I'm getting that he's got a lot of baggage from the past, where he's taken an oath of so what is coming to me is that nothing comes easy.
Correct.
So he has to struggle for everything. So that's something where I'm seeing in his actions, which he's talking about. If he gets something easily, then he will say that there's something wrong. How did I get it so fast?
Aata hi nahi hai kuch.
I'm just saying that this is what baggage he's carrying from a past life, because of his past experiences and losses, whatever he must have gone through. Is he around you, or
No.
are you? Okay, so proxy, I will just clear only the number of cards is just 87, but they are blocking him like crazy. I will immediately call his proxy, all his energy body of Shreyansh, standing in front of me. You can ask his feedback later if he felt anything, and let me know. So calling energy body of Shreyansh Agarwal, 87 balloons. Lord Melchizedek is holding, standing in front of Shreyansh, is sending pink light and chanting, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, love you, forgive you. I call upon Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael, cut the cord between Shreyansh and the 87 balloons. All the cords are cut with a single swipe of his sword. 1, 2, 3, cut. You also put your awareness on and see if you are able to feel anything around it. Archangel Raphael is sending his green light on Shreyansh and the 87 balloons, filling them the green light, the healing energy, healing him from these struggle aspects or struggle confusions. Archangel Zadkiel is sending his violet light, filling Shreyansh with the 80 and the 87 balloons with the forgiveness energy. Forgive, forget, and move forward. Archangel Zadkiel as surname. Archangel Chamuel is sending his pink light, covering Shreyansh with unconditional love, so that he can see all these with ease and joy, and also be able to do all his work with ease and joy, rather than getting into these struggles which 87 is detaching himself from. Archangel Michael and Gabriel are sending the blue white light, filling him with peace and tranquility, and Lord Melchizedek is filling him with courage to face his fears. And Shreyansh is now saying, release all negative attachments, the energy body. And as he says this, Lord Melchizedek releases those 87 healed balloons to the white light. And Shreyansha's energy body is integrating into his physical body. His body elemental is making note of all the changes, all the cords cut healing done. And his DNA is being changed accordingly. Integrate, integrate, integrate. Peace and tranquility to him. And closing the records. Just let us know how he feels. And what did you feel? Did you have any such feeling, vision, hearing? Did you feel any peace, any conflict inside you?
I was so engrossed in listening to you that I did not feel probably anything. I was just listening to you. And I was actually listening from my, when you were saying something, I was only listening to you. So I was concentrating in what you were saying. I will not, there's nothing to hide here, but I was just actually only listening to you. In fact, I don't know whether if seeing me, probably if there are any chords, like since you said that you can visualize or probably you get an intuition. So that's what you said. Like, I don't know. Like you said, no, like I only need to cut the cords, or like probably I have some baggage.
Yeah.
Correct. So I don't know.
That's something, see, that seems to be to me some oath. Now you are in the healing line because of a specific purpose. I'm actually seeing a clear vision of you have been punished for these activities. So you are although here, but still you are having this fear inside you to practice it in the right manner, or maybe completely. Are you completely doing it, or are you doing it just sometimes?
No, actually, I have been practicing Reiki on a daily basis, except the last 15 days because I was very disturbed. That is the only days that I've not done. Otherwise, it was like a daily practice. Like I've not left probably a single day.
No, I'm saying, are you healing other people also? Is what I'm.
No, I only heal my family members.
That's what I said. That's exactly what I said. That you have a scope for doing it for others also, but this is somewhere blocking you, which is what I tried to say, that you're not reaching out, or rather you're not exploring your potential, if I may use that.
Yeah, actually, I am only healing the people inside, like people who I'm very closely associated with, because I didn't want to take money out of it. So I didn't do it outside.
Energy exchange is possible. So don't get into that. That's exactly what I'm saying. These are baggages which you're carrying. Thank you.
So you feel that things like with him, everything will become positive, more positive?
You will be able to tell me about his challenges. See, that's what you mentioned about the struggle, which is what we have cleared. Now, you need to give him an audio to listen to for 2-3 days, and you see how he comes across. So once you take a package, that audio will be sent.
So I was actually wanting to learn, but I wanted to do it offline in Mumbai. I said Mumbai. So is it possible to take an offline class from you?
See, the offline class, I basically stay in MMR, which is in Dombivli. So you can maybe join me at my home or something like that when I'm doing the online course and do it. So right now I'm not doing it in a hotel as such. It's mainly the online course. So in fact, there was one more request. One person has already done it previously, so you're welcome. In case offline is what you can register here and come across. No worries.
Yeah, anytime offline. Not like I wouldn't want to do it now in another 2-3 months also, but I'm interested more in an offline class. So you let me know.
So if you register, then you can take the option maybe after 1 or 2 months also. That's fine.
Oh, not a problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Richa.
Thanks, Richa. And I want to tell Richa, and even Surita had asked, or anybody, if you think that you cannot attend the batch now, everybody, please do book now and attend at a later time.
Yeah.
Deepakk has these batches at regular intervals. You will not get this prize and these generous bonuses in the future. So book now, and you can be in touch with Deepakk, and you can do at a convenient time for you. And Deepakk We have reached the end of today's call, and I know you will get back on the group, and there's going to be a lot more action. Everybody, if you have missed the quiz, do take it. If you did not get a chance to experience the Claire process, go to the replay, experience it, put it
Yes.
on the group. Deepak is going to be here.
Yeah.
Deepak,
Correct.
before we finish, please leave us with one final golden insight before we say bye to everybody.
Thank you. And my only suggestion here is that you are a powerful being, and we, in our attachments and our experiences, somewhere forget our own powerfulness. And we kind of get into these victimhood and these dark situations where you feel that you are powerless, you're without any energies, and so on and so forth. But when there is a darkness around, just look inside you. You are the light. So the light is within you. The God energy, as they say, the God element is within you. When we do that process, which is known as, so basically one of the processes in which I even integrate the God energy inside you, because you have the God element inside you. So don't look outside. Don't panic. All the energies which you need are inside you. Even the medicines that you take, they do not heal you. Your body, they only create some enzymes so that your body heals itself. So your body has the capability to heal itself, and your body is completely, once you make it as a mechanism to achieve something, I can assure you nobody on this universe can stop you once you make up your mind. So realize your potential. These processes which we get across, these downloads come from the divine beings, and they are with the intention of making you realize your potential. If you have seen that movie, the David and Goliath, right? So the giant there doesn't realize his strength. David is able to, but ultimately, David is able to beat him because he had more willpower and more energy. So in terms of courage. So this is where once you make up your mind on something, achieving that is kids play. I may use that word. Again, I'm using one more example. Here, I was filled with darkness and I had some X amount to pay for my son's salary. Son's MBA fees. September, I lost my job. And there they did not pay me for 2 months. I had some outstanding of say 2 lakh rupees, but that person was not paying me. And I have to pay some 4 lakh rupees in December. I didn't know where it was coming from. I just decided that I will not take from anyone outside. I will not, okay, if that person who is owing me gives me, all the more better, but I will not take from anyone outside. I will not take on loan. Somehow I will try to do my best. Rest I surrendered the outcome. On 20th of December, I had 4 lakh rupees. In fact, 4 lakh 25,000 additional came with. So once you focus yourself on something, try it once. And believe me, you will come back to me saying that, yes, it is possible. It is done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So realize your potential, and your current potential is only what you realize. You can increase that as much as you want. So please don't limit yourself. Don't get into fears. It's a process in which you can just clear your boundaries and increase your potential. As they say, sky is the limit. If you know, sky is a porous thing where there is nothing in terms of space, it is empty. So universe is the limit is the right word to be used. Come on board and see what works best for you. Ask your masters. Be on the group. If you have any questions around that, please, I'll be open to answering honestly to whatever your queries are. Thank you. and
Okay.
have an abundant life ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepak.
Thank
And Nilesh, Parikshat, I can see a lot of people are typing Deepak. They are thanking you for this amazing session. And thank you, Deepak, for reminding us of our power. I want to tell everybody all the payment links are on the Telegram chat. Go ahead, book your session, book the course, and do it later if you can't do it now. And the prices are scheduled to increase. Okay, it is a limited period special offer, so don't miss this. We will see you on the group. And Deepak, thank you once again.
Thank
Everybody,
you.
thank you. See you
Thank
soon.
you, Shilpa, and thank you, Mystic Lotus, and thank you everybody who has been who are here till now. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepak.
See you all
Thank you,
soon.
everyone. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.